If you're one of those people that uses Uber on a regular basis, after you hear this story, you're going to want to verify that it's actually your Uber driver. On a rainy night, a young woman that we're going to call Margaret was waiting for an Uber that she had called that seemed to be taking a really long amount of time. And when she looked at the app to see where it was, it described the car as a 2015 Toyota Corolla, and the driver's name was Adam. But his marker on the map just seemed to not really be going anywhere, and she was growing really impatient. And around this time, her mother actually decided to call her, who she would describe as having a flair for the dramatic, and thus her complaining during the phone call would keep her attention away from whatever car was pulling up that she would eventually get into. While she was listening to her mother complain about something that her brother had done on the phone, she saw a Toyota Corolla that was gray pull up, and she bent down and waved in, and he would reach back and open up the back door for her and push it open, and she would get in and would buckle in. As soon as that buckle snapped in, the car would start moving immediately. A few minutes into the drive, she would finally get off the phone with her mom, and she would put her phone down and rest her head back to just enjoy the silence, when suddenly the car would come to a complete stop, causing her to surge forward and hit her head on the headrest that was in front of her. Her response to surging forward very quickly was to turn to the driver and say, "Dude, do you drive much? Can you take it easy or something?" And she would get no response from him, not a grunt, no acknowledgement, just silence. She would try a nicer approach to this, but again, she would get no acknowledgement, nothing out of him. This would start to make Margaret a little uneasy. The fact that Adam, her Uber driver, was not responding to her in any sort of way to anything she said. And she would say, "You know, I forgot. I need to stop by the grocery store on my way home. You can go and let me out here, and I can make the rest of the way home." However, the driver would not stop the car at all, and he would keep on driving, to which she would then yell at him, "Let me out of the car now." Margaret would next realize that they were actually on a road that would lead them out of town, away from her house. So she started to come up with a plan to be able to get out of here, and she realized, I could use my heels. So she actually reached down, took off her heels, and when they came to a stop at the next light, she actually rammed the heel of her shoe into the guy's eye, and when he raised up his hands in pain, she would reach forward, open up the door, and immediately run away. She would find the nearest landline, and she would call the police, who would track down Adam in the Uber app, who actually was the actual driver who showed up moments after she got in that previous vehicle. Whoever was actually driving that vehicle was never found, but always be sure of whose car you're getting into.